Student teams around California are hard at work bringing their H2O Challenge ideas to life. This week, we'll check in with a judge to learn more about what happens after submission. And I'll share some tips and tricks from my own Cal Water H2O Challenge experience. Hi everyone, I'm Emily Akimoto, your host for the 2021 Cal Water H2O Challenge series. One of the reasons this challenge continues to grow in popularity with hundreds of teachers around the state is that it aligns so well with Common Core and next generation science standards. But at the same time, it's flexible enough to let students' imagination and ingenuity run free. That leaves the H2O Challenge judging panel with a remarkably difficult job of narrowing down to the top 5 projects. To learn a little bit more about what the judging panel is looking for, we spoke to Christiana Mertens.
Hi, everybody. We are so excited to receive this year's submissions for the Cal Water H2O Challenge. We have been working with Cal Water for many years on this project, and in particular with the judging. To tell you a little bit about the judging process, it's a very, very in-depth process where we bring together a panel of 8 experts representing K-12 education all the way to water conservation. We spend an entire day together going through each and every one of the submissions. The rubric is probably one of the most important things that any classroom needs to think about when they're building their portfolio, because the judges look at the rubric as law. So we kick off the day with a calibration to ensure that all the panelists are aligned to the rubric. And then we actually break off in pairs where pairs will judge a set number of projects. After that, we then bring the entire group together and the top ranking projects are then discussed as a whole. And there's quite a bit of tension in the room because every judge is really passionate about their specific projects. But this discussion really allows us to eventually get to a place where the judges can finally agree on the top 5. So once the top 5 are selected, then our team will come together in collaboration with Cal Water and put together an announcement plan where we will announce the top 5 to each of the individual teachers and classrooms. Participating in the judging process is inspiring. It is really, really incredible to see the innovation and the creativity that's coming out of these classrooms. And it's also really warming to watch the students collaborate on the most incredible levels. So we are so grateful to team up with Cal Water to be part of this program.
Such great insight. Thanks, Christiana. Well, not only am I hosting this year's series, but I'm also a participant. For this year's challenge, my class decided to focus their project on our local watershed. We've had several fires and some issues with camping along the waterways in recent years, and my students were curious if this had had an effect on the health of our creeks, rivers, and lakes. My class has been researching different ways to tell if a watershed is healthy or not, and have compiled kits to go out and test the local water systems. They are having so much fun researching, and they're starting to see their hard work come to fruition. Personally, I can't wait to see what their data collection reveals. Through the process of participating for the last few years and being honored to win the grand prize twice, I thought it might be helpful to share a few tips from my own experience. First, plan your portfolio slides with the whole class. The portfolio is the final deliverable submitted to the judging panel, and it covers a wide range of topics. It helps to give students an outline so they know exactly how much room they have to write about their topic. Tip 2 is to revise, revise, revise. I think the Cal Water H2O Challenge project is the thing that finally shows my students why revision is necessary and why peer editors are so important. Tip 3 is to keep a to-do list. There is so much going on with the project that myself and my students find it hard to keep track of who signed up to complete what. A list really helps. And finally, tip 4 is to celebrate and review at the end. Every year, my favorite part of the project is submission day. I always take the time to show the entire project to the class. They've been looking at it so closely that they forget how big of an accomplishment it is. Hearing the kids reflect back on what they're proud of is always the best part of the project. So there you have it. I hope some of this is helpful to you as you work through your own classroom projects. See you next week as we check in with our student teams as they approach submission day.